Well, hello there, everybody. It is your live shopping host extraordinaire, Marcy McKenna here, resetting my little studio up here. It's been a while, so I'm a little out of practice here. We have had a little bit of a break, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I'm trying to look at the blessing in disguise every time we have to postpone a show. I came to do the show last week. I was all ready, hair and makeup, ready to go live, and I get to the studio, and the studio, actually the entire building, is locked up for HVAC maintenance of all things. So we did have to postpone last week's show. So if you were somebody who tuned in and the show was not there, I apologize, but I am so glad that you are back here tonight, because the show is even better than it was going to be last week, because I have a special surprise for you guys. I have a special guest on tonight, and this was not planned for last week. So I'm so happy, because to me, it just takes Grommet Live to a whole nother level when you actually get to meet the maker live and in person, and you get to ask, in this case, it is a her, you get to ask her questions and just hear the journey, because I know so many of you guys are inventors and product entrepreneurs yourself. So hearing from somebody else who has made it and who is having so much success, and this person definitely is, and I have to tell you, I am a personal fan favorite of my guest. I'm not going to reveal her name at this time. You're going to have to wait till the end, and we are going to have her on at the end, and it will be well worth the wait. Let me just say that. She has created a product that I am so beyond obsessed with. I use it quite literally every single day. Cannot live without it. And I will just tease to the fact that it is a beauty related product. And many of you know, if you know me at all, I am quite a beauty junkie. I love beauty products, whether it's makeup or skincare or beauty tools, you name it, I love it. So I'm really, really excited to have her on. And she's also a member of the Women Inventors Club. She's a member of the Live Shopping Academy. I think I'm completely giving it away, but I'm still going to keep it under wraps. And I'm seeing so many of you guys jumping inside the chat. So welcome to Leslie, another Women Inventors Club member and Live Shopping Academy student. And let's see, and Linda is here as well. Same with Linda, I have to say. And we've got Sherry. You guys, thank you so much for being here. And wherever you guys are tuning in from, we are on several different platforms tonight. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we are on YouTube, we are on X. So whatever platform you are on, welcome. And you can stay right where you are to watch the show. Or what I typically recommend is where I find most of the action is in terms of the chat is on the Grommet Facebook page. For some reason, that's where everybody kind of gathers, and that's where all the energy happens. So if you are on one of the other platforms and you want to jump over to Grommet's Facebook page, I highly recommend that. That just makes it a little bit more fun. And we've got a lot of the makers in. I just saw Puttercup jump on. I'm very excited to feature this. I have to tell you guys, I feel like I'm officially in the holiday mode. I've got my red on, as you can see. So I must have picked that out for a reason. But I have a son who is very obsessed with Halloween and Halloween decorations, and I'm running a little bit behind schedule getting those up, but I'm just kind of feeling it. It feels like fall outside, all of that. And I'm looking around at the products that we're featuring tonight on Grommet Live, and I am helping you guys out in a big way, because every product that I'm featuring tonight would make a phenomenal gift for somebody in your life, because we have got gifts for travelers. We've got hostess gifts. We've got a gift for the golfer or gift for guys in general. We've got beauty gifts. We have got you covered tonight. So I'm so, this is gonna, I'm looking at this as maybe the official kickoff of the shopping season, and I hope you do it here with us tonight on Grommet Live. Let me know in the chat, who has started their holiday shopping? Anybody? Is anyone here sort of that they do it year round kind of thing? The one thing I do year round, I have to admit, I feel like my camera's a little high. Let me bring it down. The one thing I do year round is stocking stuffers. I love stocking stuffers. I'm quite obsessed with them. So I'm always looking for them. And when I find them, I keep them in a little secret spot. And then, come December 24th, when I get them all out, I always have way too many, and I have to I have to have some roll over to the next year. So no doubt that's going to be the case again. But anyway, if you guys are new here to Grommet Live, I want to explain a little bit of housekeeping, tell you how this all works. This is a live shopping event. All the products that you are going to see here tonight actually reside on, are sold on Grommet, thegrommet.com. And we do a show weekly. And sometimes the shows are brand new launch products, and sometimes it's a themed event. And heading into the holiday season, we're going to be having a lot of those, a lot of gifting events. And so during the show, I typically feature somewhere between 5 and 7 different products. And when I feature a product, you are going to see the product come up on this side, actually, and it's going to have a QR code underneath. In fact, let's bring one up right now, just so you can see what the heck I'm talking about. Let's bring this one up right here. Oh, I typically, let's see, why am I, okay, hold on. Okay, I like to put it over there. So that's what you're going to see. You're going to see a picture of the product, the name of the product, and the QR code. So if you want to purchase, or even if you just want to say, wow, that's a cool product, you're going to be upvoting that product by taking out your camera and clicking that QR code. And as you will see, the discounted price is the one that you're going to see. So with Grommet, everything that you upvote on Grommet, you automatically get 20% off of that product. So huge win. Across the board, everything we feature, 20% off. So take advantage of that, grab those QR codes. But remember, by grabbing the QR code, you're not committing. So you're not having to buy it, but you're just saying, this is something I might buy either tonight or down the road, maybe when it gets closer to Christmas, either way, but you're getting that 20% off. So don't be shy with the QR codes, because not only is it a win for you, but it's also a win for the makers, because Grommet really keeps track of those QR codes and all of those upvotes, and they really pay attention. And the ones that are really getting some attention, they start pushing those out to more and more people. They find different ways to kind of get them in front of more Grommet shoppers. So super important to the makers, definitely, definitely. The other thing that when it comes to live shopping is really important to the makers, I will say, let's get rid of that for now, is the chat. And you guys are already doing such a good job in the chat. Love all Grommet products. Ha ha ha. Let's see. Started holiday shopping. Not me yet, says Candy Fitzpatrick, who is coming to us all the way from Alaska. I love it. Our family does not do much gift giving. I know, boring. Well, Sherry, you can change that with just a couple little Grommet gifts. I think it always spices up the holidays just a bit. Any extra chance for the giveaways tonight? There is an extra chance for the giveaways tonight. I have a moderator working with me tonight. So if you guys want to get in on the giveaway, which I have not even talked about yet, I'm going to get to that right now. So thank you for prompting me with that. Let me show you how to get in on the giveaway, because tonight, as with every single night on Grommet Live, I think what everybody gets, it just makes it so much more fun. I love giveaways. So of course I have to do them on my shows, and I do 2 of them. I'm going to do one about halfway through the show. So I would say after product number 3, we'll do one, and then we'll do one at the very end of the show. And if you have not already entered, or even if you have, what you're going to do is right here, there is the giveaway QR code. So again, you're just going to click that QR code. You're going to enter really quickly, no strings attached, 0. It is literally Grommet's way. It's my way. And it's the maker's way of saying thank you for supporting and being here tonight. So get in on that. If you haven't already, click that QR code. And Sherry was just asking, how can we get an extra giveaway? So to get an extra giveaway, in the chat, you are going to say one word. All you have to say is giveaway. And by saying giveaway, you're getting not just 1, but 2 entries into the giveaway. And so typically I will say that most often the winners are here with us live, probably because of that extra chance. So don't miss out on the giveaway. It's right there for you. I'm going to leave it up until we get started into the products themselves. But the last thing I want to hit on, I started to talk about the chat. You guys, the chat is where it's at. Not only because it makes live shopping so much fun, because you're hearing great questions from everybody who's on, and you're hearing people's feedback. It's so much fun. But remember, the beauty of live shopping is that you do get to ask those questions of me. if I didn't do a good job showing you something, if you have a question about the product, maybe you have the product and you want to share your insights on the product. Or as I'm presenting a product, maybe you have other ideas of how that product can be used. Love it when you put that in the chat, because I can read those to everybody who's on, and it just really gets ideas going, gifting ideas, anything like that. So I love the chat so much. So if you have not already chimed in the chat, just so I know that you're here, I just saw Monica jump on with, a lot of you guys are getting the extra entry of the giveaway. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. So that gets everybody who's watching, let's get you guys inside the chat, get that going. And I'm going to say, let's see, do I have all the makers in? I think I do have almost, yeah, I think I do have all the makers in. So with that, I am going to get rid of this QR code here for the giveaway, and it'll be back, I promise you. But again, we're going to do 2 of them tonight, and one of them will be at the very end. So you definitely want to stay tuned for that. And without any further ado, I told you guys that I was going to help you with your gifting tonight. And I can think of many people that I could gift this to. I will start by saying that I myself am not a golfer, aside from miniature golf. I'm very good at miniature golfing, I will say. But other than miniature golfing, I'm not the real kind of a golfer. And this product, and if you've been on Grommet before, you know that Grommet has a lot of golfing products, a lot of kind of training aids and things to help you become a better golfer. And I do think golfing gifts are always a hit, because if you know a golfer, you know how serious they are about the sport, and you know that they will stop at nothing to be better at the sport. And I've loved featuring them, even though I'm not a golfer, because there are so many golfers in my life, so many friends, family, the place where I live, there are golf courses everywhere. So I definitely understand the beauty of golf and how much people love it. And so I do really always appreciate learning about the products and highlighting them on this show. And Putter Cup is the name of the one I'm about to show you, Putter Cup Golf Training Aid. And the inventor of this product is a gentleman named Matt Davis. So Matt, I'm so happy you are here with us live. You're inside the chat. And Matt is saying this will improve your mini golf skills too. Oh, I never thought about that. I think this will absolutely improve my mini golf skills. I'm so excited. Okay, great. And I love that there's some portability to this, and this is a golf training aid that you can use anywhere and everywhere. But probably what I love most about this is, I mean, some of the golf products that I have featured here on Grommet and that I see other people using are a bit intimidating. There are things that I can't even wrap my head around at all. The one I'm going to show you is so simple. And that is truly the beauty of this product, that it is really designed for any age, for any skill level. You can be a complete beginner, hello, or you can be just an elite golfer. In fact, this is touted by, I mean, singing the praises of Putter Cup Golf are over 140 different pro instructors from Golf Digest. So definitely, I mean, this is the real deal. Although when I show it to you in just 1 second, I mean, it just seems so simple. How could this be the real deal? But it's simple, but brilliant. In fact, quite genius, I think. And I'm sure every golfer out there, when they start using it, are thinking, why didn't I think of that? So kudos to you, Matt, for creating something that is so incredible. And it is, he just put it in there, it's 5 different practice options in one very portable solution. So what is it? Let me pull up the image right now for you guys. This is called Putter Cup Golf Training Aid, again, created by Matt Davis. And here it is, right here. There are 3 different rings to Putter Cup Golf, and each one serves a very important purpose. But also what I love is that these 3 rings are interchangeable and can work within each other if you want. So depending on what it is you're working on, or you know, what you want to improve in your putting game. So it really is about putting. And the 3 different ones, let me just go through them all first, and then I'll explain what each one of them does. So there is the center cup. Matt, I have to say, I think this one's my favorite. I think this one is so smart. And this one, basically, if you'll look at the side of it, you'll see that this just drops right into a golf hole. And as I pull up the next one, I'm going to show you an image, actually, where you'll be able to see. There we go. So that was the center cup there, the one on the left. And then this one is called the speed bump. And so as I turn it to the side, I'm going to come back to me here. As I turn it to the side, you can see that there's a little bit of an incline, about a 1/4 inch incline here. I think it's a, oh gosh, was it 360-degree incline? That can't be. Why did I write that down? Anyway, so this one also, as you saw in the image, drops right into the golf hole. So that's all. It's that simple. Just 2 simple rings, drop these into the golf hole. And then the third one is the to-go cup. Very clever names, I have to say, of each one of these: center cup, speed bump, to-go cup. So this is the one where you don't need a golf hole. You can do this in your living room, in your office, out on the grass, anywhere you want. You just plop this down and it gives you a golf hole right here. But the brilliance is that you can also take the center cup and place it inside of here. So that's a whole nother training aid. And you can take the speed bump and place it right inside here. So what this basically does is, let's start with the center cup, the one that I think is so brilliant. This one, I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but evidently, from what I know, from what Matt taught me, the standard regulation golf hole is 4.25 inches diameter. Am I right on that, Matt? I think I am. And what this does is it's going to shrink that hole by 1 inch. So now if you have this in the golf hole, the hole is now 3.25 inches. So if you're practicing on a putting green with a 3.25 hole and you get really good at that, imagine what's going to happen when you go out on the real regulation golf course without this. Now you have your 4.25 hole and it's going to seem enormous. So it's just going to be so easy for you to put that in, no matter the distance. How smart is that? Does anybody agree with that being really, really smart? Like, why? That's one of those, why didn't I think of that? Let's see, one is for training accuracy and one is for learning speed control. So the accuracy, I would imagine, is this one, because this is making that hole smaller, so you're getting more precise with your putts. And then the speed control is the speed bump, again, so cleverly named. But because it's got that incline, you're learning that speed control. You're learning how to get that perfect holding speed, if I'm saying that right, I think. And so when this isn't there, imagine how much better your putting is going to be. So again, how cool. It is so, so simple, but can you imagine how that can improve your putting game? And one of the things Matt says, which I think is so true, is that in any kind of sport, whether it's basketball, anything where you're trying to get something in a hole or in a target, let's just say, we should always be focusing on the target, not on the device that is trying to get into the target. So I think when we're trying to, or I would imagine when you're trying to get better at putting, so many people are working, focusing on the stroke itself or on the club, but why not be instead focusing on the hole? And what Putter Cup does is it takes all of the focus and puts it on the hole where it belongs, the target. And I love that. And again, so simple, but it's true. When you're shooting baskets, you're focusing on that basket, and same kind of thing. So I love that. And so then when you're going into the other 2 modes, well, first of all, this is again the portable one. So imagine these are so lightweight and take up no room. So they fit perfectly in the golf bag. So you can always have them with you, but they can also be in your backpack. They could be in your briefcase. They can always be in the car. This can be in your carry-on bag. So when you're traveling, you've got all of these with you as well. I love Matt that you are chiming in here, because I'm not a golfer, and so you just keep me on my game, tell me what I'm missing. And he says it helps you make the next putt nice and easy. I like that they appear to be ambidextrous, not for righties or lefties, but both. Good eye candy. Love that comment. Love it. Great training. I agree. Yes, so many kudos. And Matt, I also loved your price point. How awesome that it is under $30 when you buy it on Grommet. It's typically over $34. But again, if you think this is a cool product, if you have golfers in your life and the holidays are coming up, how nice to be able to buy. How often do you see a golf training aid that's less than $30? Golfing is one expensive sport. So love that you were able to bring it that pricing. So again, even if you don't know who you're going to get it for, get the QR code so you have that 20% and you can use it down the road as well. He says, I'm doing great. Thank you. Thank you. I love that. I need that. I need the confidence boost every once in a while, which to me, by the way, I have to imagine this is confidence boosting when it comes to your golf game. And especially, gosh, the fact that you got this in the hole and you're training all the time with that there, and then it's gone. And then all of a sudden, the course just seems so achievable when before maybe it felt so daunting. So, really, really smart and very durable. There's so many reviews, you guys. And again, it's just touted by not only, I mentioned Golf Digest and all the pro instructors there, but college golf instructors, anyone, from what I'm seeing, anyone who tries it just says, why didn't I think of that? This is brilliant. And so again, I love when something can be so simple, but so smart and actually makes such a difference when it comes to something like a golf game. Confidence boost is what it's all about. Isn't that the truth? When it comes to sports, it's all in the head. It really is. I just always remember sitting at my son's basketball games and in high school, and he would come out on the court and I would know instantly what his game was going to be like. He was a very good basketball player, but I would know if he was going to play timid and he was just not going to be his game. And I knew when he was just going to destroy and just own the court. And it was because it was all in his head. And he had a song that he used to always listen to every single time before the game. And when I saw him come out on the court, where I could tell he wasn't going to have a good game, I would try to text him and say, you didn't listen to the song, did you? And I always knew. So that's a little tangent there. But yes, thank you for chiming in on that. That again, I started off by saying how I love this because it's for beginners and it's for elite golfers. But as Matt just chimed in, it's for all ages. So if you have a little toddler who's just, picked up a golf club and wants to know what game is all about, what a perfect way to teach them about golfing, teach he or she about golfing. Start with this right in the living room. So great. So very, very young, all the way up to, let's say 3 up to 103. Anybody can do it. And unisex, and gosh, I feel like I would love to know the stats on women versus men with golfing. How many golfers are women and how many are men? It seems very equal to me now. And maybe it always has been, and I'm just figuring that out. Let's see. I track my putts every round of golf. Drive for show, but putt for dough. I don't hit very far, but I'm a great putter. Aha, good to know. Well, you might be a great putter, but you could be an elite putter if you had the Putter Cup golf training aid. And this particular set, this is the pressure putt bundle. So you are getting all 3 of these guys with this set for the $28. So, Matt, I love it. I am so glad Grommet found you or you found Grommet. Either way, I think this is going to make a fantastic holiday gift. I am definitely putting it on my list. It's going to help, not on my list. Well, maybe it is on my list since it's for miniature golfers too. But I can think of several people who I'm going to gift this to. So I love it. Let's see. It instills and reinforces the fundamentals so you'll have more fun and see more putts go in. Yeah, I know golf is a very frustrating game. So anything that helps alleviate some of that frustration by building confidence, I'm all about it. Fantastic, Matt. Thank you so much for being here live with us. I hope you continue to stay on with us because we've got some fantastic products coming up. And for those who may have jumped on a little bit late, I just want to remind you guys that we have 2 giveaways going tonight. They are live giveaways. We're going to announce the winners live tonight. We're going to announce the first winner in 2 more products. And then we're going to announce the second winner at the end of the show. So there is the QR code right there. Boy, I've been doing this for years and I still can't get that down. So click that QR code if you haven't already done that and enter to win. No strings attached, no purchase necessary, no nothing. But you are going to win one of the products that you are seeing tonight. So as I'm showing the products, I always love it when you let me know what you want to win because I do pay attention, believe it or not. I really do. Sometimes I have in my mind exactly what I want to give away and I end up switching because of what you guys are saying. So if there's a product you like, let me know. If there's a product that you think is a cool invention, again, click the QR code. You're not committing, but you are giving them basically a virtual thumbs up and letting the maker know. And they always, always love that. Don't we, Matt? Okay, we are going to move on. We're going to switch gears a little bit. I'm trying to figure out, you guys know if you've been on the show before, I love segues. I love finding ways to tie my products together. I'm not sure I can find one, but I have a feeling one of you guys will find one for me. So you guys let me know what a good segue is once I get into this one. And boy, am I excited to get into this one, because I have featured this one before on Grommet. In fact, I think I've featured it twice before on Grommet, so this will be my third time. However, this time I get to feature a new color. I get to feature new packaging. And our maker is with us in the chat. She is with us all the way from Alaska. And I'm very fond of this maker because she is a woman inventor like myself. She is a member of the Women Inventors Club. And if you are a female inventor and you're not already a member, I can't encourage you enough to become a member, and it is completely free, but it is a group of about 1,000 women who are all creating products or already have created products and bringing them into market and supporting each other, and bouncing around best practices and ideas and things like that. So definitely recommend joining, and you can do that through my website, marcymckenna.com. You'll find the request to join right there. Marcy with a Y. I should have my name tag up there, but I don't. Anyway, Candy is a member of the Women Inventors Club, and so we met quite a while ago, and I got to meet Candy in person at a travel goods show not long ago, and also at the Inspired Home Show. So a couple different trade shows we were at together, and we have something very, very special in common, Candy and I. We are both Poppatiel height challenged. Who knows what Poppatiel height challenged is other than Candy? Also known as, we are both a little bit on the shorter side. We're both petite. We'll call it petite. Petite and Poppatiel height challenged. And so what is Poppatiel height? Poppatiel height is actually the distance between your knee and the floor. So the knee and the bottom of the foot. And the average person, any guesses in the chat about what the average Poppatiel height is? we have a little bit of a delay, so I'm going to let you guys guess, and I'm going to keep going, and then we'll come back to that. But anyway, if you have less than average Poppatiel height, which Candy and I do, and pretty much I would say anybody under 5'3". Is that, Candy, am I accurate with saying that? Something like that. Maybe 5'5". I don't know. But if you are Poppatiel height challenged, it means when you're sitting in a regular sort of standard chair, maybe you're on an airplane, maybe you're at a trade show and you're listening to people speak and you're sitting in a chair for hours and your feet are dangling. They're not touching the floor, they're dangling. And we chuckle a little bit when we talk about that we're, oh, the dreaded dangle. But the truth is the dangle over time and as we get older can really wreak havoc on our bodies. And it can cause a lot of pain. I can speak to this firsthand because it's a major issue for me. Both in my low back, I'm having major low back and major hip problems. I've been having this for a couple of years now, actually, and I may end up having to get surgery, I'm sad to say. But nonetheless, I do wonder how much that Poppatiel height challenge of mine had to do with that, because it really does affect that. And also the back of the knees can be affected. So anyway, so this is a challenge. So what Candy created is something that she calls rest angles. And I love her tagline. Her tagline is bring the floor to your feet. And that's what rest angles does. And what it is it's a portable, very brilliantly designed, brilliantly engineered footrest. And I do want to say it's a foot rest. It's not a footstool. So as you can see, it's not, you don't want to use this to get something on top. There's a little bit of give to it, but it is portable. And so it does come apart and go flat. And I'm going to show you, what I'm going to show you first. First of all, I'm going to show you Candy so you guys all know who she is. Here she is right here. And there is her rest angles under her feet right there. So see how you can imagine without the rest angles, she'd be dangling right there. So that is the rest angles right there. And I'm going to show you a little video right now because it's a cute, fun, animated video that I think describes it perfectly, shows it perfectly, illustrates it perfectly. So let's get right into that. And I'll kind of talk you through that. So here she is on an airplane. And there's Candy right there. Her feet are dangling, and look at her knees are getting sore, her back, her hips. She's having a light bulb moment. And there is rest angles. Fit perfectly underneath her feet. And see how that comes together like that? And then just quickly, very easily. Oh, did I cut my video short? Oh, darn it. Very easily collapses back down. So let me show you that. Because I have mine together, but let's take it apart. So this is how thin it is. Really, really thin silhouette. So takes up almost no space. If you have a travel tote, a backpack, a briefcase, your handbag, whatever it is, takes almost no space. And you guys, it's so lightweight. So think about any other footrest. They're bulky usually. They're heavy. You're not bringing them with you somewhere. I love that because I work at my home. I work at my home office a lot, and here I am in the studio, so I'm here quite a bit as well. I also travel a lot, so I love in 1 second it can collapse down like this, and she includes this cute little tote bag that it fits perfectly inside of, this Rest Angles tote bag. And so it just slips right in here, and then I can wear that crossbody or over my shoulder, or like I said, I can just go ahead and put it into my bag. And so one of the times I love using it the most beyond my office and my studio is on airplanes. So I'm so glad she did the video with the airplane, because I don't know about you. I like to take my shoes off when I get on the airplane just because they kind of swell when we get in the air. And because I typically go across country. So I've got 5-6 hours on the plane. And the floors on airplanes are so stinking cold. Do we agree with that? And I have to say, I think Southwest Airlines is the worst. They're ice cold, and my shoes are off, even through my socks. They're so cold. So I love that I have that there, but not only because of that, but because if I didn't have this with me, I'd be going 5 or 6 hours with the dangle. And that's affecting my back and my hips and my knees. And so it's just a godsend. And then I do go to trade shows so often, and conferences and things like that, where I do have to sit. So again, this goes right with me in my bag. And then when I'm at the trade show, I take it out, put it under my feet, and I'll just warn you, you're going to get a million people around you going, where'd you get that? What is that? Where'd you get? Because I'm the comfortable one. I'm sitting there without a care in the world. My feet are propped up. I love it. I'm so obsessed with it. But especially because I do sit a lot, because I do these shows for hours. I just work at my desk so much. And so I have to have it under my feet. And it just gives me such relief. One of the things I really appreciate about it is I was showing you that give that it has. And that give, just, it's not like you're putting your feet on a hard surface like a regular footrest would be. It's instead a kind of a soft, like I said, gives a little bit of give to it. So many people chiming in the chat. So let me see what I've missed here. I get that it makes my feet fall asleep too. People have long torsos but short legs like me. That's Rana saying that. And love features which are specific to inventors. Great. Okay. So did anybody guess what the typical popliteal height is? I don't think anybody guessed. I'm going to just tell you guys. And it is typically about 17 inches. So if you're any less than 17 inches, then you are popliteal height challenged like Candy and I, and this would be great for you. But it's really great for anybody. I mean, we all could use, even when your feet are touching the ground, if they're barely touching the ground, it's still putting weight on your back and your hips. And so there still is going to be discomfort to that. So it's just such a relief to have that underneath your feet, especially if you're someone that sits for a long time. So I can't recommend this enough. Now, I've been so excited, drum roll please, to show you guys the new packaging and the new color. And you guys let me know in the chat what you think of this. And you are getting all kinds of props, Candy. Oh, that is so smart. Will the airlines allow you to use it? Absolutely. I mean, people are always asking me, where can I get that? I keep telling Candy I'd love for her to sell it, and I'm sure it's in the works, but to sell it in one of, in all of the airport stores. Because if I saw that and I was getting ready to go on a long flight, I'd buy that in 2 seconds. Because, I mean, it's so worth the spend, I'll tell you that. Let's see, I have rest angles. Oh, Monica already has it. She uses it at her desk every single day. You and me both, Monica. It's been a game changer for my shortness. I've never heard it called shortness. I love it. No more dangling legs. Seriously, even just going to a movie, anything, you'll get addicted to it. Like that's what you want under your feet. And so look how pretty the packaging is. So look at that. I mean, I'm feeling a Tiffany moment when I look at this. So it's sort of that Tiffany blue. Rest angles bring the floor to your feet. But look at the little leather accent, the leather handle. This is navy blue. I don't know if you can tell that. So luxe, so rich, and very high quality. So what a great giftable packaging, because you can put a nice gold bow on it and call it a day, or silver bow or whatever. It's stunning. So pretty. And then to open it up, all you're going to do is you're going to do that, like that, and then you pull the knob out, and out it comes just like that. And there is our new color. It is, I want to get the name exactly right. It's the Twilight. Hold on. Polar Twilight. I love the name. The other one is the Alpine Gray. Polar Twilight. Again, she's from Alaska. And so here it is. It's a navy blue. But in my opinion, Candy, it's a really pretty navy blue. And again, very kind of sophisticated, rich looking, I think. How pretty is that? What do you guys think of the blue? Or are you someone that prefers, this is one of the things I love about live shopping, is we get to find out what everybody likes. And that really helps Candy to know as well. Not only does it help Candy, but it helps buyers that Candy works with. So Candy can go, if you guys chime in and 80% of you guys love the new color better, and there's a buyer at a retail store that she's going to be selling it in that's trying to decide on colors, Candy can share that with the buyer and make decisions based on that. You're so right about the cold. This will protect your feet. You're doing great, Marcy. Thank you, Candy. Many offices should offer these. Yes, Linda. That's what Candy and I met not long ago, did a call, like a consulting call of sorts. And we talked about that as I was kind of urging Candy to start talking to human resources, like the head of human resources for Fortune 500 companies, these big companies that have money to spend, and they have to buy gifts for the employees that help them with health and wellness in some way. And anybody who has a company where people are sitting at their desks all day, how amazing. And they could get the tote bag with the company name on it, and you give this to every employee. So if you are somebody that owns a company like that, or you know someone that does, please spread the news, because this is something that everybody should have at their desk. Monica says she has the gray. She thinks the navy is really nice. Angie says blue Twilight. Beautiful Candy blue is my favorite, says Linda. Of course it is, Linda, because Linda has her own product with blue. Her, oh my God, why am I blanking? Happy Toilet. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway, so here's the blue color. One other thing I want to show you guys is we talk about it just sitting like this underneath your feet. But one of the great features about it is that it can be turned on its side. I'm going to show you an image here to explain it a little bit better. There's two different ways you can use it other than the standard way. So on the left, you're seeing Candy's feet with it turned on its side. So instead of 4 inches high, Candy, you'll have to correct me in the chat if I'm wrong on this. I believe the standard way is 4 inches, and when you turn it on its side, like you're seeing there on the left, it's 7 inches. So just depending on how Papa Teal height challenged you are, you might want to turn yours on the side. And then another great feature is that it can be placed on an incline, so that you can, as you're seeing on the right, she's able to get almost like a little bit of a stretch in her calves by inclining her heels down and her feet up. And then, of course, you can turn it the other way and get a stretch the other way. So 7 inches is the correct height, if anyone wants to know that. This would also be great for companies who buy equipment for ergonomics. Exactly. Yes, that is exactly what I'm referring to, is ergonomic, for the well-being of the employees, to have them more comfortable at their desks that they're typically sitting for such a long time now. So, and Rana is giving you big googly eyes, and Sherry loves the new color. Let's see. You're right about that. Okay, I think I'm caught up on the chat. But so authentically could sing the praises of Rest Angles all day long, because I've been using it now for at least a couple years, I would say, and it's just a staple every single day, whether I'm home, whether I'm at the studio, whether I'm traveling, trade shows, you name it, it is with me. And I have not taken the Twilight Blue with me, but that's my favorite for what it's worth, Candy. I loved the gray until I knew there was something different. And now I do love navy. In my house, I've got lots. It's probably the biggest accent color in my house is navy. I love it. So, so pretty, but I know it's not navy. It is Twilight Blue. Polar, oh God, Polar Twilight. I got it wrong again. Sorry. It would also be great for standing desks for people who need to put, oh my gosh. See, this is again, I was talking earlier about why I love the chat, because I get so many ideas from you guys. I do have a standing desk because of the issues with my hip and weight, so it goes up and down. And especially with my hip, my doctor does say that. He says, when you can, elevate, put one foot up on a curb or whatever. And that's, for me, the problem with the standing desk is when I'm sitting, I can use my rest angle sitting, but then when I stand, I just feel like I'm not helping my hip out by standing. And so that is a fantastic idea. Thank you, Sherry. Thanks so much, Marcy. I'm so glad it's on my website, brand new. Yes. Oh, she just put the Polar Twilight on her website. So great, because on the Grommet site itself, right now, I checked it right before the show, you're only going to see the Alpine Gray. But once you upvote it, it's going to take you to Candy's website and you'll find both colors. So you'll have the option of both. And so Candy, just for clarification, this packaging, does this only come with the Twilight Blue, with the Polar Twilight, or does it also come with the Alpine Gray? So let us know on that. Because I'm thinking since it coordinates with the Polar, maybe that it would look great with either one, but I'm just curious. And does the Polar Twilight also come with the tote? Because I didn't see that in this package, so let me know. And I need to know that for other reasons as well, as you know. So let me know, or you can message me after the show if you want to do that. Okay, guys, we are going to move on. Candy, thank you so much for being here live with us, and I'm so excited for you, for all that's to come. And yes, the gift box only comes with the Polar Twilight for now. Okay, so that's just one more incentive. But does it come with the tote? So maybe the tote is the bonus with the Alpine, and the packaging is the bonus with the Polar Twilight. The tote bag only comes with the gray one. Okay, so that's correct. So you're getting the kind of elevated packaging with the Polar Twilight, and you are getting the tote with the Alpine Gray. So at some point, I have a feeling there's a deluxe version coming that's going to get the packaging and the tote and whichever color you want. So stay tuned for that. Okay, guys, I want to remind everybody, anybody that just jumped on, that we have a giveaway coming up after this next product. And so get in on that if you haven't already. Here is the QR code. If you missed it right there, just take your phone out, click it real quick, and enter to win. And we're going to announce it right away here. And then we're going to announce a second winner at the end of the show. Now, because you guys are here live, I like to give you guys a little extra perk for being here live. And so that extra perk is that you get an extra chance to win by putting one word inside the chat. And the word is a very simple one. It is giveaway. So if you just say the word giveaway, we are going to give you an extra entry into the giveaway. So you're doubling your chances of winning. How about that? Okay, the next one. I have never featured a product like this before. And talk about a great gift. This is such a great gift, and such a great gift for men, women, young, old. Again, a little like Putter Cup. I felt that way about Putter Cup. This product, I'm just going to pull it up right here, right now. This is called Quiet Punch. And I am not someone, although I am a major Rocky fan. I did love the whole Rocky series. My dad was the biggest Rocky fan, and he just went to Philadelphia. He's now 84. And he played the music, the Rocky music, and he ran up the stairs in Philly. And so they did this whole video of him running up and punching and doing all that. What made me so happy. It was so cool. But I said, Dad, did you drink the the egg yolks? Doesn't he drink like 12 egg yolks at a time, if I'm remembering correctly? But he did not. Anyway, Quiet Punch is a home boxing set, which is so brilliant if you think about it, because there are so many benefits to boxing that I've always known, but it seems so out of reach to me to do boxing. I do have girlfriends that do kickboxing and different kind. I always forget the different names of boxing, but the cardio benefits of boxing, the mental benefits of boxing, the bone density benefits of boxing. There's so many. I wrote down a few of them. Weight loss, muscle tone, so many benefits. But I really think mental discipline, hand-eye coordination. So it goes on and on. But in the past, to be able to take up the sport of boxing, even for just fitness, you really need to join a gym, which can be pricey, and just going there and then the intimidation of all of that. Or you need to have a setup in your home, which again can be pricey and take up room and all of that. So what this gentleman created is called Quiet Punch, and it is so lightweight, very, very high quality though. I'm always amazed when something can be lightweight and high quality at the same time. So lightweight, no tools necessary to install this. You can install it in any doorway. And I kid you not, it literally takes less than 30 seconds to install. It said that on their website, and I tested it. I really did. And it took me less than 30 seconds to install. So let me show you what it comes with, show you how easy it is. So basically, it is these two poles, and they are adjustable depending on whatever your door width is. They adjust from, I want to get the dimensions right on this, 28 inches up to 36 inches. So really easy to adjust. As you can see right here, the pins here go out and in, and then you get further adjusting just by turning this. So it really wedges in there really nicely. And then it comes with extra little pads that if you need those to even get more of a grip. I didn't use those and it was just fine. And this was one of the reasons I was happy, not happy, but the silver lining of this particular show having to be postponed to this week was I had one more week to play with it and use it and have my son use it and all of that. And so I became even a bigger fan than I was last week when I was going to feature it. So you're putting two of these in, one here and one below. And then as you can see here, there's D-rings on either side. And then you're taking the Quiet Punch actual punching block, which is right here, and you're just attaching it in the doorway. So let me show you a picture of what it looks like when it is fully installed. There it is right there. The one thing that I left at home, I'm so sorry that I left this at home because it's one of my favorite features. As you can see up at the top right there on the top bar right in the middle, that is a phone attachment so that it holds your phone securely in place. And the reason for that is that, let me show you a couple more pictures. There's the phone right there. As you can see, it's in there horizontally, but this comes with, so this is not just a punching block, so to speak. This is a whole system. And I love that it's a whole program. So when you spend the money on this, you're spending it one time. You're not having to buy a separate subscription or anything like that, but you're getting up to 500 hours worth of custom workouts. Or not custom workouts, on-demand workouts. And it really ranges. In fact, let me show you, because it does come with the app. And here's a picture of, this is my phone right here with the app on it. Here's the on-demand workout. So I love the different, there's a workout for everyone, whether you're age 65 workout, instructional videos, 5-minute workout, 10-minute workout. So different times, different programs for, 3 days, 5 days, 20 days. So you name it, there is a training program for you. And I'm willing to bet, and you guys let me know in the chat, do any of you already box? I did not at all. Like I said, some of my girlfriends do, and I don't even know men who do, but I'm sure they do. But to me, it was just so intimidating. But the thought of having this at home, I know what a good workout it is. And again, mentally, discipline, all of that, having this at home and not having to be intimidated and having your own sort of personal coach right there on your phone that you can access 500 hours of training is incredible. It's so fun to do. And then so these are all screenshots from my phone. They also have a leaderboard. So if you're someone who is kind of competitive, how fun to see where you rank and to try to get higher on the rankings. I think it's so fun. Oh, Rana says, I do strength training with weights. This would be a great addition for extra cardio. Absolutely. It really, really would be. And then the third screenshot there is the weekly challenges. So top 1K speed, top 5 minute, top 10 days. So you're able to track yourself, but you're also able to, if you want to go up against other people, you can do that too. So the app is really robust, really, really well done. Let me show you a video of it in action. Here's one just kind of slow-mo I'll show you, and then I'll take you through the whole, well, not really slow-mo, but I'm so impressed by her, by the way. So there it is in her doorway. And I mean, it's going nowhere. And she means business, as you guys can tell. And then here's another video where I wanted you to see the app and everything. So there's the app right there, super easy to download, doesn't cost anything. And then you just are a kid in the candy store with all the different options that are in there and the videos and all of that. So there's somebody else doing it. There it is. You're with your phone. I love this one right here. How cute is that? And another one. So that is Quiet Punch. Again, the installation, because right away it came in a fairly big box, not super big, but I went, oh gosh, how much? And I kind of procrastinated on it, thinking it's going to take me a long time to put this up. And once I did it, I went, why did I wait so long? That was so easy. And my son, Colin, who, as I mentioned, because I had an extra week, I had him start doing it. And he started off, it's a little awkward at first, right? Like we're not used to it bouncing back at us. If you've ever tried a punching bag, you know what I mean. So it's a little awkward. It takes a little time. But on day one, he was a little uncomfortable with it. But now he's really got it down, and he is special needs. And so that hand-eye coordination is really helpful for him. Using Quiet Punch really is helping him a lot. And that was just a side benefit that I hadn't even considered. And as I'm watching him do it, I'm thinking, wow, he's making quick progress. I love it for his cardiovascular health because he has heart issues. And it's just something that he can pick up and do anytime he wants. Now, I did go on to Amazon and buy these little gloves, little punching gloves. And then I later saw on their website, they have gloves as well. They have more, these kind with just kind of the cushion on the knuckle. I think these were all of like $12 or something. And then they also have more kind of heavy duty ones with the real padding in it. So there's options there on their website. They also on the website have, you can get this additional piece that allows you to track your punches. And so just automatically track it. So it's cool. I could see really wanting to up the ante with that. I think it's a really good added feature. But this is a full body workout. And that is super important. And I wouldn't have thought of that. I would have thought, oh, it's really just your arms and your hands and your arms, right? It is full body because as I've been doing it, I've been feeling it and I am breathing, I'm sweating, it is a workout, but it is my shoulders. It is my arms. It is definitely your core. If you need strength training on your core, which I do, I really notice that is the major part of boxing is your core. And then also your legs, which I wouldn't have thought about, but definitely your legs too. You really have everything engaged as you're doing this. So you're working so many different parts of the body and the mind and your heart and everything. It's just such a good workout. I was curious about, how many calories do you burn when you're doing this workout? And it is somewhere between 350 to 450 calories for 30 minutes is kind of the average. So really cool and so lightweight and portable also because it is so light and because it does kind of condense down. You can easily put it into a suitcase if you want to take it with you. But I have a nephew who's away at college and his birthday's coming up. And I was like, oh my gosh, this would be so great because he can't afford to belong to a gym right now and all of that. How fun for he and his roommates or anyone in the dorm to be able to come in and just go to town and use it. Because you don't have to use the app. You can, or you don't have to. And I don't know if you can access the app if you don't have it. Because when you get it, you get a QR code in there that lets you access the app. And so that's where you get those 500 hours and all the different training options. And Angie's asking, do I use gloves? I do. I used it for a day without them. And it's not awful without them, but I thought I would do it so much longer if I had the gloves on. So I did get these guys. And again, like I said, these were very inexpensive on Amazon, but they've got, I'm sure, much nicer ones on their website, but either way. And so even though they're very subtle with the cushion, I could last so much longer because it started to hurt my knuckles after a little while. But I will tell you that the cushion, this itself is it doesn't hurt at first. It's just with the reps over time it does. So, and again, when you first get started, you do feel a little uncoordinated because it's coming back and you got to get the timing right. But again, some of the training videos that I watch, the beginner ones, walk you through it really, really step by step. And so you get it very quickly. And I got to tell you, it's a really good exercise. And so now I get it. Now I know why I'm like, girls are doing boxing. I totally get it. Because if you're getting the legs, the glutes, you're getting the glutes also, and the core, and the arms, and the shoulders. What's not to love? And we get to get our aggravations out. I don't know who it is in your life that's making you mad right now, but pretend that the QP right here is them and go to town. Don't get political on me now. I know someone in the chat's dying to do that. Don't do it. Anyway, I love this. This is one of those items though, because it is a little on the pricier side. It's normally $199, but with that Grommet discount, you're getting 20% off. And so I would, you guys, again, even if you're just teetering on the thought of it, take your camera out, grab that QR code so you have it. I know the maker will love that you upvoted him, and Grommet will love it because they love to know what you guys love. And you'll have that 20% whenever you want it. You don't have to use it at all, but you'll have it in case you want it. So well worth grabbing it and just letting the maker know, because I do think it was so smart of him to come up with this, because it's such a popular sport, but it's so not accessible to so many people. But now it is. The masses can get full boxing workouts anytime, any place, and without spending a lot of money. Yes, the system itself is a little bit pricey out of the gate, but think how much you pay every month for a gym that's going to pay for itself immediately, within a month. Guys, it is time for a giveaway. How about that? I know we love that. So let's go ahead and get on with the giveaway. What am I going to give away? Did anybody tell me in the chat what they're loving so far? Nobody has chimed in. So I am going to go with what I wanted to give away. And what I wanted to give away was a putter cup. Because I love giving something away that I think anybody and everybody can use. I was thinking about rest angles, but I thought, what if I accidentally give it to someone who's 6'8"? That would not be a great thing. So I thought putter cup, one of the things I love so much is that it is all ages, it is all skill levels. And so we are going to give away a set of putter cup to one lucky winner. So let me find out who that lucky winner is. Okay, I don't know if I saw this person in the chat. I'm checking. I don't think I did. The winner of the putter cup set is Valerie Schlesinger. Valerie, congratulations. You are the lucky winner of a 5-in-1 putter cup set. I hope you are a golfer. If you're not, you can become one, or you can gift it to somebody who is. So congratulations to Valerie. Great product, great gift. Yes, says Leslie. Yeah, great gift. I think what they're chiming in, well, all of these are great gifts so far. All of these that you're going to see are great gifts, I got to tell you. And so we are going to move on. But guys, if you did not win, it is not too late, because we have another giveaway coming at the end of the show. So stay tuned in. Don't miss that. And if you haven't already entered, you can still do that right there. And if you have not doubled your chances of winning, you can do that by typing the word giveaway into the chat, and we will double your chances. And Valerie's getting some kudos for being the winner. All right. I think this is a good one. I think everybody should pay attention to this, even if you're not someone who likes wine, but it does have to do with wine, which makes me think that it is a fabulous gift item, hostess gift, for anybody who, hold on, let me get rid of that guy right there. If you are someone who drinks wine, you're going to love this. You have to have this. I'll just tell you that right now. And why is that pinned up there? How do I get rid of that? Let me see. That's a new one for me. Oh gosh, I can't leave it up the whole time, can I? Ah, that's not it. Bear with me, guys, for 1 second. Oh, I did it. Okay. So this, even if you don't drink wine, I think it's such a great hostess gift to bring to somebody who does drink wine, or to give as a gift to somebody who does drink wine. But if you do drink wine, you're going to love this. And I have to ask you guys inside the chat, how many, if of you do drink wine, instead of telling me yes, just in the chat say red, white. Are you a red wine drinker or a white wine drinker or a champagne drinker? I'll tell you my drink of choice when it comes to wine. I have two, actually. That's the problem. No, I do love champagne. Champagne is my jam, but there's certain times when I really love red wine. If I'm having steak or it's the end of night and you're just kind of quiet, peaceful time, I love a glass of red wine too. But I will tell you a statistic that I learned about wine. So far, we have a white wine. Any red wine drinkers? The product I'm going to show you, ironically, is not for champagne. So it's not something I could use with my champagne, but it is something I can use with my red wine. And we've got a red wine drinker in the house. So both of you guys are going to love this. But did you know that in the world, 30% of us wine drinkers have allergies to wine? I didn't realize it was that high. I do have several friends who don't drink wine anymore. Not that they don't drink anymore. I have friends that don't drink anymore too, but they don't drink wine anymore because of the awful headaches that they get. There are also people I know that get stuffy noses, so true like allergies from drinking wine. And also I know a couple people, one in particular I'm thinking of, who really does get very flush, very red when she drinks wine. And so has stopped drinking wine because she feels like it's embarrassing. Brianna, you said me. Oh, that you drink wine? Is that what that is? Let me know on that. But anyway, so 30% of us have issues with drinking wine, but I know we would all, for the most part, those 30% wish they could drink wine, but they just can't take it anymore because of the side effects that they get from it. And yes, that is absolutely an allergy. But the thing that causes the headaches, the stuffy nose, the flushed cheeks, what causes that is the sulfites and the histamines that are in the wine. And maybe many of you knew that. I've enjoyed learning about this. I've known about this product. I have featured a product from this company on Grommet before, but the one I'm featuring tonight is brand new. And the company itself is called Pure Wine. Some of you might already know of it. It's wildly popular products that they have. It's a father and son team that created it because both of them love wine but had the wine headaches, and they just thought, what is it about wine and how can we fix that? And they, as they talked about their own wine headaches, they were talked to other people and realized how many people also dealt with it. And so they kind of got in a lab and started figuring it out. And that's how Pure Wine was born, is they discovered a technology. It's a patented technology that actually removes the histamines and the sulfites from wine. So essentially takes all of those things out of the wine that gives us the headaches that, the reasons we wouldn't want to drink wine. So I'm going to show you, this is from their actual website, where you can look at, in the case of white wine, you can see in this graph here, I wish I could take well, anyway, Sauvignon Blanc is what you're not seeing on the side, but the dark gray is what's left of the histamines after using Pure Wine products. So it takes away nearly all of the histamines and the sulfites, the bad stuff in the wine. So that's the white wine, and then you can see the red wine right there. So it leaves, so the red bars that you're seeing there is the good stuff. That's the antioxidants. That's the stuff we want in the wine. It leaves that, but it takes out the sulfites and the histamines. And so what am I referring to that does this so beautifully? Today, what I'm referring to is this guy right here. And so this is called the Phoenix. And I'm going to show you the other product that I had featured from Grommet in the past. But I'm going to show the Phoenix to you in two different ways. So what it is it's basically an aerator. Get that QR code up. There it is right there. So it's an aerator. It's a reusable aerator that aerates an entire bottle of wine, but in aerating the wine, what it's doing, it has a special pod built in, not built into this. You're going to actually put the pod inside. So it's called a biopod, and there's something inside of there that filters the wine and thereby removing the histamines and the sulfites. And as you saw in that graph, it's almost all removed. So if you are someone that got headaches or the stuffy nose or the flushing, that's not going to happen anymore after you aerate with that. How brilliant is that? And yet it does not take any of the taste away. So it's going to taste, I'm going to say it's going to taste exactly the same, but actually what they discovered is the wine, you can take a great bottle of wine and use this and it's going to be enhanced and even taste better. But if you take a not so great bottle of wine, maybe a $5, $7 bottle of wine, and you use this, you'll notice evidently quite a difference in the quality of the wine, because from what I understand, those lesser expensive wines have even more of those histamines and sulfites in them. So it's removing those. So it's going to be tasting better. Now, let me show you how it comes. Well, here's the other great thing. If you have a bottle of wine laying around that you opened, and so many times I really want a glass of wine, but I don't want to open a bottle because I don't want to drink the whole bottle, God forbid. But I also know I'm just going to have the one and I don't know when I'm going to have the next one. And wine typically goes bad in 3 or 4 days. So I just won't open it. But with the Phoenix, you can open it and you can have just that one, because what this does is it basically, there's a way to describe it. Let me, what do they say about it? It basically reinvigorates the wine. So it can take wine that's starting to taste bad, and the filter will take out the things that make it taste bad and make it taste fresh again. So it refreshes a bottle of wine that may have been sitting there for a week. So how great is that? Because how many times do you end up throwing away a half bottle of wine because it goes bad after a certain period of time? So whether it's white or red, it has that same effect for either one. So great. I think this is so brilliant. And especially going into the holidays when a little bit more wine gets drinking. Here is the outside of the box. It comes like this. So it's a really nice presentation that just slides like that. And then as you'll see inside, there are 2 different components that make up this. And then there's the tube that goes into the wine, and then there are the biopods. And so each set comes with 3 biopods, and each biopod filters 1 full bottle of wine. So you do need a new biopod for each bottle of wine. And so when you put it together, basically all you do is the top comes off like that. Here's the biopod that gets placed right in that hole right there. This straw just goes right in there, and you want to make sure this is a silicone tip. You want to press that on the side just to make sure it easily opens, which it does. And then you put this guy back on like this, and you kind of click it into place, and that's it. And then I can put it inside a bottle of wine, and then once you go to pour, you'll see there's a little bit of a delay when you pour it, because that's the time it takes for it to filter it. So it stays in there and kind of gets filtered, but then it comes out. And once it comes out, you have that peace of mind that the histamines and the sulfites have been taken out. And when you drink the wine, you can have peace of mind that you're not going to get the headache, and you're not going to get basically the allergic reaction that so many people do. How fabulous is that? I love it so much. And this is the real deal. Let me just tell you, there's 10,000 5-star reviews just of the Phoenix. 10,000, almost all 5 stars. They're all very high. Nobody can believe it when they try it, and they just think, why hasn't this been created before? How did I not know about this before? Because it's such an issue for so many people. Now, the product you might know about, the one that I have featured on Grommet before, is by the same company, and it is the wand itself. And so in each one of these packets is one of these guys. And so you can take an individual wand and just mix it around in the glass, stir it around a few times, and this, whatever is in here, this is their patented formula that pulls the histamines and the sulfites out just like the Phoenix does for a full bottle. So you can do it either way. And as you are seeing, the full set is typically $74.99, and with the discount, it is $52.49. So phenomenal discount, amazing holiday hostess gift or just gift for anybody. Or if you're a wine drinker yourself, amazing. And if you're not sure if this is going to work for you and you don't want to spend $50, then maybe you just get an 8-pack of these and try this to see if that concept works for you. Does it really make you have less of a headache? Does it really take the stuffy nose away? So you can try it that way. And I will tell you, because I don't have the pricing up here, but if you wanted to get the wands, they do have an 8-pack of the wands that is $45. A 24-pack is $119. So actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I would go with this. I didn't realize it was that expensive. So this, because you're going to use this again and again and again, and then you can just replace the pods. Now, oh, I'm sorry. I'm wrong on that. The 8-pack of the individual wands, these guys, is $24. I knew that sounded high. So that's $24. It's the pods. When you want to rebuy the pods, you can get 8 of them for $45, and you can get 24 of them for $119. So just about $6 a pod, I think it comes out to be. I'm not a math genius, and I don't have my calculator out, but something like that. So what do you guys think? Has anyone tried it? Has anyone tried the wands? I've tried the wands. I haven't tried the Phoenix yet. I'm so excited to try it. I mean, it's just got to be this, but even better. The fact that you don't have to stir around every single time, because this is good for one glass. So you're not using this in multiple glasses. So I love that. And I love this as far as giftability, although I will say I do give these in their individual packets as fun little girlfriend gifts and things. If I'm going to go to lunch or dinner with some of my friends, I'll just put one at each setting, and it's just kind of a fun, festive way to start the dinner or the happy hour or whatever it is we're doing. So really fun. I love it. And I'm so happy for them because their company is just killing it, doing so well. And I love family-owned company. It's made in the USA. In fact, they are a Texas family. I love my Texans. So it's a great company doing great things and saving lots of heads around the world in the process. Okay, guys, we are now in for a treat. I told you guys that I have a very special maker inside the green room. She has been waiting very patiently to see all you guys, to see me, to tell us about her product. So we are going to do that right now. Let's get rid of that. And before I bring her in, I just want to give you a little bit of a backstory to the product, because I have featured her product several times before on Grommet. 3 different times, but the first time I featured it on Grommet was when I was still doing Grommet with Greg. Greg and I used to host together. That was so much fun. And he just got too busy for his own britches. So he's, as many of you know, if you know Grommet at all, you know Greg, and you know that he is still with Grommet, but just I host Grommet Live solo now. So anyway, Rana's product was brought to us to feature on Grommet Live, and it is a beauty product. And so Greg always gets a little nervous about the beauty products. And when it was given to me, I was doing a lot of Amazon Live shows and a lot of beauty products. And so I all the time I was getting sent beauty gadgets and beauty tools and things like that. And so I thought, oh God, another one. And I looked at it and it didn't wow me that much. It was just this little tool that you're about to see. I have to tell you, I don't have mine with me because it's at home, but the guest brought it. So she's going to be actually demoing it, but I just wasn't that wowed. And I was this close to, because I do sometimes turn products away for Grommet Live if I don't think it makes good for good live shopping. So I was about to turn it away. And then I thought, no, I'm going to accept the challenge and I'm going to learn more about this product. I'm sure there's something there or Grommet wouldn't have picked it. And so I did. And boy, am I glad I did, because this is another one. I talked about rest angles earlier being a product that I use every single day. This one, I can't live without. I use every single day, very, very differently than I use rest angles. But this is a product that I take with me in the car quite a bit. I use it in the car because it's very soothing to me to use, but so many different ways to use it. So I'm just kind of teasing to it, and I'm going to bring the maker in right now and have her walk you through exactly what it is and how it works. And you'll quickly learn why I am so obsessed with it. And I have no doubt that you will be too. So I hope that everyone in the chat will join me in welcoming Miss Rana Kashani Greg. Oh, where'd she go? Oh, hold on, Rana. We got to bring you up. There
Hey,
she is.
hello. Thank you
Hi.
so much for that wonderful introduction, Marcy. I
Oh
really
my God, I'm
appreciate
so
it.
excited it worked out to have you on, and you look gorgeous. I love the green and the pink.
Thank you. I tried to be colorful.
Beautiful. I love it.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm somebody else is already saying my. So as you can see behind her, the product itself is called Luna Essent, and the person in the chat, Sherry, just said it goes with her when she travels. Yes, it is. Once you start using it, you will see you can't stop using it. So can you tell us what the heck Luna Essent is?
Sure, sure. Just a quick background as to why this tool came about. My
Yes.
son was born with severe food allergies, and as part of that comes eczema. So I had to apply steroid to his patches. Didn't realize that steroid actually thins your skin through repeated use. So what happened was, for me applying the cream with my fingers got dermatitis, and I would touch a surface, I would bleed. That's how thin my skin had become. So I went actually online to buy an applicator so I could apply the ointment to him without using my fingers. And there was nothing on the market that was reusable, that was hygienic, that was could be used on broken skin. So it was just, I was at a loss. I couldn't believe that such a simple concept that did not exist. And there was a white space, and this is how this tool came about. And you are very right. That's why when I'm at an event and I'm demonstrating it, pretty much every single time I sell out of the applicators is because it's the demonstration. If you're just looking at this, you're like, well, what is it? What does it do? And why is it better than my fingers, right? I've got my fingers, I can apply. So just to quickly go as to why this is better is, first of all, our fingers are porous, and wrinkles and grooves, no matter how much you wash this your fingers, you're not going to get it to be a hygienic tool. And then when we use our fingers as an applicator, we're actually wasting a significant amount of the product. So this is a non-porous, food-safe, platinum-grade silicone, completely non-porous. So the one drop that you put on this is the drop that ends up on your skin. So usually I do one drop of oil, and it covers from the wrist all the way to their elbow. And that's what blows people's mind. They're like, oh my gosh, that one tiny drop went so far. So we did a study. Average US woman saves about $400 annually using this, with the amount of skincare products that they use in an average year. So that is one of the benefits. But the main benefit is that you're not contaminating the skincare by sticking your finger in the jar or touching the dropper to your face. When you put it back in the jar, it contaminates the jar and then degrades the active ingredients that we're paying hundreds of dollars for. So if you're paying for retin A or vitamin C, it's sitting on the shelf and keep getting degraded and degraded. Within the several first weeks, 60% of the efficacy of the product can be lost. So with this, you're keeping the product at peak potency for a longer period of time because you're not manually handling the product. And it can be used with anything. So oils, serum, lotion, medicated cream, antibiotic ointments, even makeup. So it's like with makeup, it goes on like airbrushing, and you never have to get that creamy, greasy finger that can stain your clothes when you're traveling and you want to reapply sunscreen, you want to reapply your makeup. That's all you have to do. Just to quickly demonstrate, I want to put one drop of oil on this. Let me see if I can show you guys. There is one drop here. I don't know if I can show. And this is the one drop, and you can see how far that one drop goes. And the cool thing about these pads is you can cool or warm them. So when you run it under hot water, or you can put the pad in the microwave, it just makes oils and serums seep into your skin, melts it into your skin. And if you cool it, leave this overnight in the freezer. It's great for depuffing the skin because it gets nice and chilled. So it comes with a massaging pad and a smooth pad. And these pads can actually be dropped in the dishwasher or just soap and water. That's all you have to do. And the carry case is great if you're traveling. So the entire thing can go in a carry case. This is the pad with the applicator. I actually have a little travel spray bottle that you can fill with isopropyl alcohol just to wipe the applicator clean, and the little spatula and the little mirror here that you can just make sure you're not missing a spot as you're applying things. And these are very long lasting.
It's so high quality. That was one of the things, Rand, I have to say, is when I received it, I didn't think it was high quality. I was thinking this thing's going to break so fast. And that was one of the reasons I thought, I don't know if I want to feature this. And once I started using it, I've blown away at how strong it is, because like I said, I use it every day. I do want to congratulate you and everybody in the chat. I hope you guys do the same for her, because she did just get her utility patent on Luna Essence makeup applicator. So I'm so excited for you and so proud of you.
Thank
and
you so much.
I'm not sure exactly what the patent, what the claims are of the patent, but I have to believe it has something to do with the pivoting head.
So the pivoting head, the design of it, it's the design, basically the pivoting head was designed, it's 10 degrees only. So it glides over your skin, and it doesn't ever touch, contact with the angles of your face. And the way it is designed, it can actually get really close to the corners of your eyes. So you can apply eye cream with this, which is, most people is like, well, how do you apply eye cream? You just put it on the corner, you dab the corner of your eyes, and you rub it in. So, and this is stable enough that can apply a lot of pressure for depuffing and lymphatic drainage massage to move the fluid toward your lymph nodes. But it pivots again to fit the angles of your face, so it's not losing contact.
And I have to second that, you guys. If you don't already have one, it feels so good on your face, because that head really does contour to every nook and cranny. You do not miss a beat when you are.
And this is makeup, just a bit. Look how little this makeup is, right? And look how this just like it. So it really does go on like airbrushing. If you don't want to wash your makeup brush, which then seeps into the base of your brush, it's always like, gets like really gunky and you have to keep washing it. With this, nothing stays on this. All you got to do is soap and water, or just wipe it. That's just the amazing thing about it.
That statistic that you gave earlier blows me away. But was it 400? How much?
$400. Actually, $400 is average. If you're in California or New York, is upwards of $800. Yeah,
that's probably why I was like, I bet it's more than that. Because ladies, like, think of all the serums, the expensive serums that we buy, and I never realized until I started using Luna Essence how much I was wasting. You don't realize how much goes into your fingers. Who cares if our fingers look good? We want our faces to look good.
And Marcy, what happens is, one of the biggest challenges I have is when people first buy this, they use the usual amount of product in this, and they end up with a face full of products, and they're like trying to rub it in. And what I explain to them is, your skin has already absorbed what it needs. The extra part you're seeing with this is what would have usually gone wasted into your fingers and your hands. That's what you're using so much more. With this, you use half of that. So a jar that you were using in a month, you could take it to 2 months, basically. And that saves a lot of money in the long run.
Right. The beauty companies are not liking you right now.
No. But I do have a lot of, because the ones that are expensive, they realize this actually incentivizes the people who like their products, because that's why I actually have this one, and these are white label colors for brands that have ordered it to bundle with their product, because they realize that the customer says, oh, I'm going to get the benefit of every drop. I'm not wasting. This might be expensive. Most people would use that in a month. I'm going to take this to 2-3 months. Yeah. So that's why they're doing that. Oh, yeah. Here goes my camera.
Oh, look, it's honing in on the product itself. While we get back to you, there are a couple of questions in the chat. How many prototype versions did you do before coming up with this gorgeous design? Is a question Candy is asking.
3. I had 3 iteration.
Okay.
And I don't know where my camera went. I'm trying to bring it back to me. And maybe I can go like that and then it will come back. I don't know. But you guys can hear me. But yeah, I had 3 iterations. The first one, actually, the head was not pivoting enough. So it was, oh, here you go. Did it come back to me?
No. Oh, it started to. Strange.
I need to do that. I don't know. My camera is going crazy. Marcy, I'm having the hardest time with my cameras. Just love to just go crazy on me. Not pivoting enough. And then the second iteration was that the bumps on the app, this actually, do you see if you can see the bumps on this? Were too close to each other.
Maybe the lumps in it.
Yeah, there you go. You can see that. So I had said that I actually had to design it in a way when you wipe it, I didn't want any product remaining on the pad. So I had to do it in a way where I actually increased the distance between the bumps, but it still brings blood under the skin to nourish the skin, to massage the skin. So
can you move your body over?
I don't know where I'm. Oh, here. Yes, so this was actually, and the third iteration was when I got the final one that was working, there was no one home. And I received it in the mail. I swear to you, I was running around the kitchen counter. I was so happy because it was just it was the Goldilocks version. Everything worked on it. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Well, that must be the version I have because mine works so beautifully. And I want to show guys, because it does come in different colors. And I'm such a fan of all the colors. I love them. So let me just pop them up real quick here. Yeah. So there are the different colors. The blue that you're seeing is sky. The yellow is sun. The pink is the lilac. And then the green is the meadow. Yeah. So all stunning. Now, what comes with each kit, or with the Grommet discount? Let me pull that up. With that QR code up there.
Each applicator actually comes with the applicator itself. It comes with 2 pads, the massaging pad and the smooth pad. And it comes with the little spatula, which is, let's see.
The little gold
spatula, which is, if you have a jar, you do not want to put your fingers in the jar. So you just basically use the spatula to pick up the tiny bit of product and you put it on the pad itself.
Can't you guys imagine how this really is going to save you so much money on the products?
Yeah.
And so I know, Rana, that is your favorite element of the product, is that well, 2 elements. The one is that it really does increase the efficacy, the amount of time that your product stays.
Yes, it's effective. That's really key. Yes.
That's really key. And then, of course, that you're not wasting any products. So those really expensive serums, that all lasts longer. What I love about the product is the fact, well, I love several things, but so true about the makeup. Your foundation is going to just glide on, and you're going to have that flawless makeup application that you cannot get with the sponge. You cannot get with the makeup brush. You can only get it, really, and I never knew this until I tried it, with something that is non-porous. Imagine how smooth that
replaces all these tools. This is a germ bomb. This is a germ bomb. If you cut this with the scissors in half, this is basically, and put this under microscope. This is truly, I know we all use it, but you wash it with soap and water, you cannot get this to be clean. So you're putting germs and bacteria, especially sometimes our skin is more susceptible to getting irritation and stuff like that. And with this is a mask brush. You cannot get inside this metal part to clean it, unfortunately. So, and you cannot cool or warm these tools. And these ones with the bristles are the worst because you can't get to the base of the bristle to clean the bristle. And of course, this part just gets really nasty. So all of these tools is supposed to get replaced with this one tool. And that's why I call it the universal beauty tool, because really it's something you can take with you anywhere in the world, does not need charging, does not need battery. And all you have to do is run it under hot water or just cool it. And even on ice, in a glass of ice, it gets nice and chill. You can use it like an ice roller.
And it really, I do that a lot. So I want to hit on that again. Yes, you can just put it in the deep puffing under the eyes in the morning. It works wonders. And then you put it, if you want to put it in the microwave to get well, you can either do hot water with it or microwave, but just, you only need 10 seconds at most.
10 seconds, exactly. 10, 15 seconds gets nice and warm. Yes.
Now we haven't even touched on my favorite feature. What I use when I say I use it in the car, I know I said that at the top of the interview, but I use it for lymphatic drainage. And it is, so the facial massage lymphatic drainage element for me, coincidentally or ironically, when I first featured it, I was learning about lymphatic drainage because I'm a really big believer in it. We have some of our biggest lymph nodes on our face right under here. And our lymphatic system is the one element of our body that doesn't work on its own. We actually have to stimulate it to get it to work. So toxins can build up and you don't even know that. And when I first started using Lunescent, what I realized is I would put a facial oil on it and then on my face and was doing the massage. And I studied and learned where the different points are that you really do want to massage with that. And then when I started doing it under here, I realized there was tenderness. And I didn't even know that until I pressed on it. And I thought, what is that? And over time using it, that tenderness went away. So I was realizing that it really was loosening and stimulating my lymphatic system to drain the toxins out. Yes. And my dermatologist always says, Marcy, no flow, no glow. So it also gets that circulation flowing, your blood flow. And that's when you glow a little bit more. And so I love the way it feels, but I also love the way it makes me look because I feel more refreshed and my skin looks more energized and kind of gets that rosy glow. So it's a daily routine for me. So that's
I'm so happy to hear this. And you can really have this, as Marcy said, in the car, just sitting in your middle console because it has its carry case, so you can keep it clean. You don't have to worry about the surface touching anything. And you can just, as you're driving, I actually put a video of myself applying my sunscreen while I was driving my son to school when he was still in high school. And it got 80,000 views in like 3 days on TikTok. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, what is this? What are you doing? Because you can be on your computer. And if you're frowning, just massage your forehead. It like really relaxes those tense muscles. So it takes the wrinkles away. I mean, it is just a very versatile tool that you can use for a variety of things.
Yeah, I mean, we all know about the gua sha tools and the jade rollers and all of that. This takes the place of that and works so much better because it's
hygienic. It's hygienic. So gua sha and jade rollers, unfortunately, are porous stone. So product goes into those microscopic holes and germs and bacteria can. So even if you're washing the surface, you're not getting it to be a hygienic tool. This is completely non-porous.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love that about it. It's so easy to clean and all of that. But the other thing I use it for is sunless tanner. I do that on my face sometimes. And again, I'm not wasting any, but because it contours so perfectly to my face, I don't miss anything. There's no streaking. It's just this flawless application. And to your point with the fingers, I'm not getting on my fingers.
I'm getting on your clothes. It's the worst part. The staining of clothes. You're like, oh no.
And how embarrassing when it's on your hands and you can't get it off. Yes. I know. Sherry says, Monica says, I must have one of these. Now you need one in the bathroom and one that you can carry with you everywhere. That's true. And I'm lucky enough to have two. I do have two.
I actually have a dermatologist who contacted me and said that she has been recommending this as a behavioral therapy tool for people who have acne, who are picking at their skin. So kind of like a fake cigarette. She's like, if you have that urge to pick at your skin or touch your skin, if you have acne, put whatever your acne medicine, or don't even use it without this. Just touch your skin with this clean tool instead of picking at your skin. So it's, curbs that kind of urge, but at the same time, you're not picking, you're not scarring, you're not causing infection, which blew my mind. I mean, that I was like, exactly, that is exactly what this is doing. It's so soft and gentle. It feels like you are touching it with your own skin, but it minus the germ and minus the waste, of course.
The other thing, you've had a lot of kind of exciting press mentions and things happening. So Vogue, Glamour magazine, but just recently, super exciting, was Cindy Crawford's makeup artist. She uses it. She bought one to gift to Cindy. And so
she was going on a trip with her to do, they were doing a photo shoot to Mexico City. And so the whole family, Kaya, everyone was going, and she's a friend of the family, and she just loves my tool. She's like, I got to give one of them to Cindy. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to die if Cindy Crawford uses it.
She's probably using it right now as we are doing live.
Yeah. So it was truly mind-blowing to me. And I have to have her join your group. She actually is, her name is Terry Aponovich, and she has her own invention, and I have to have her join Grommet. This is a compostable, like a tray that you can actually cut into individual. So if you're going to travel for a couple of days, you don't want to keep taking jars and makeup and all that. You can just put a tiny bed in these and just seal it and take it with you. So you don't have to take all of that with you. So I recommend her to Grommet.
That would be great. And so I started to say, so what you are getting, I think we hit on it, but one more time. So typically the set that's on Grommet is $49.50, but with that QR code, and again, what a great holiday gift. If you have anyone in your life that cares at all about beauty products, they are going to love this. And they're first probably not going to even understand it, but when you explain it and when they go to her website, this will just become an indispensable beauty tool for them.
And so this is the actually the luxury gift box. So it's just, all you need to do is really a bow or a ribbon on it. So it's a reusable, it comes with magnetic closure, and it has a little card in there that you can write sentiment actually on it if you're gifting it as a hostess gift or for Christmas, and the instructions are in the back. And comes with the two pads, the applicator, and the spatula. And this can actually be removed, and you can use it as like a jewelry box. Or any sort of container. So you can actually, I love stuff that you can reuse, so you don't have to throw away things.
Yes. So but the one that is with Grommet does not come with, just to be clear, that does not come with the gift box.
Yes.
But when you upvote, that will take you to her website, and you'll get to see all the different options, because she's got lots of great bundles, as you saw with the little travel case. I'm going to pull that up because it comes in so many cute colors. I want to show you that real quickly there. Yeah. So there's that travel case. I do love that it has the little mirror in there. I have to make a little suggestion for what it's worth, how you're saying, I know now you're putting the little spray bottle in there so people can clean it, but I would love a little, not spray bottle, but a little bottle that same size that has a dropper, because I'd love to have my serum or my facial oil or whatever inside the travel case with me, so that I don't need anything else. It's all right.
That's so just a refillable bottle. With a dropper.
You could do it with the one you're already using that has the spray, but you could have the interchangeable top. You could either use it.
I love that idea. Marcy. Thank you. I got to talk to my manufacturer now.
Because it's nice to have everything together, because I do end up bringing my facial oil and but if I had it all together in that kit, I would love it.
I just love that you can just put everything and just carry it with you. Everything in the same, and just keep it clean, and you don't have to worry about it. Like,
Yeah, me too.
touching anything.
I have.
And I do have, this is the giveaway. So.
Okay. Now okay. Spoiler alert. Yes, you guys, we do have one more giveaway, and this was such a fun show. So many great products. Every one of them is such a phenomenal gift. And I asked Rana right before the show, could we please do a giveaway of Luna Essence? And she said,
Would love to. Would love to. So it's going to be a full kit. It will be our luxury kit. And I'm trying to figure out where my camera is. The luxury kit and the carry case. And the carry case for the pink, which is the one I'm giving away. Maybe I should do a poll and see which one the people would like. It's the purple carry case. But if there is a specific color that people like, I can do that. They can put it in the chat.
Actually, again, is super helpful for Rana to hear from you guys. So let us know in the chat what color you guys, if you were the winner, which color would you choose? Would it be the meadow? Would it be sun? Would it be lilac? Or would it be sky? So let us know, because it just might be you. We're going to find out very soon here.
Yeah.
And okay, there we come. Okay, so thank you for doing that giveaway. And let me just find out. Everybody, let me know colors really quickly. I know we're on a delay, but I would love to know what colors you guys are interested in. So let me know. And okay. I'm not sure this person is in the chat either. Okay, we were getting a pink and a lilac. So the pink is lilac, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so that seems to be, we've got a sky. Any other?
Sky is our most neutral one. And pink is the ultimate favorite. Everyone loves the pink. Yes, I have a lot of actually male customers who don't like the feeling of creamy, greasy fingers on their hands, and they buy the blue usually. So
okay. The winner, I'm not seeing her in the chat, but it is a female, so that's a good thing. And the winner is Alex Ayala. So Alex Ayala is spelled with an I. That's why I know it's not a man. Well, I guess it could be. But anyway, congratulations to Alex Ayala. Alex, we will be reaching out to you to find out what color you would like, and we will get one of those sent out to you right away. So that's congratulations.
Amazing. Congratulations. And thank you so much, Marcy. Really appreciate that.
Oh, you are so welcome. I was so excited to have you on again. You can come on as many times as you want. You know I'm such a fan. And I want to thank everybody. And we've got, I think we hit every color. All the colors are popular. You did good with your color. And you're getting lots of great jobs. Everybody loves the product. So congratulations on everything, your new patent, all the
Thank you so much. And thank you to Sherry for introducing me to Grommet. I just saw her on the chat, and it's like, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't even be on Grommet. So
yes, thank you, Sherry. No kidding. And yes, Rana, you did a great job, and your background, everything looks so great. So again, you guys, I want to thank everybody so much for joining us tonight. The chat was so much fun, and we will be back next week, same time, same place, 4 o'clock on the West Coast and 7 o'clock on the East Coast, for another episode of Grommet Live. So we will see you guys then. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.